Hey, it's Paul Blough. Time for another 5x5, and we're talking about our 2017 predictions as to be really what's going to make the big difference, what's going to be exciting, what's going to be revolutionary in the business marketplace. And we look at one of the things that's kind of interesting, it's been emerging now for a couple of years, is the idea of these personal assistants. And so these personal assistants, programs like on the Windows platform, it's Cortana. On the Apple platform, it's Siri. And kind of in an independent stealth mode, surprisingly, Amazon came up with, I think, really the better of the three, at least right now, and that's Alexa. And it's in their Echo products, and Echo, actually, the Alexa Echo started out as just a speaker. It's just a smart speaker. And the idea is to be able to have a speaker that you could ask, turn the volume up, turn the volume down, play this type of song, play that type of song, stop playing altogether. And that was pretty innovative, but they really outdid themselves by keeping a very open architecture. And so people kept just tagging in and adding on and adding capabilities, and they linked Alexa to other things. And Amazon made it very, very easy to do that. And Alexa has an incredible set of microphones in it so that when you speak to it, it hears you very clearly, where that doesn't always happen with some of the other products that are out there. Couldn't tell you how many times my wife's talked to Siri and Siri's not understood a word she said. And then the same thing is true a lot of times on the PCs where Cortana or now in Mac has Siri as well. And a little bit more difficult to figure out why I'm talking to my PC instead of just typing to it. But boy, it's really nice to be able to just talk to that Amazon Echo and tell it different things, ask it jokes, ask it to purchase things because it's tied into the whole Amazon infrastructure. Really, really, really interesting way that they have developed it. So their mics really kind of set them apart from everybody else. But outside of that too is that the voice recognition capability is really, really outstanding in this product. And we've seen a lot of other software and other hardware that is linked back into that. Everything from refrigerators to washing machines to other types of speakers to really just, you can imagine it. It's going to be out there for this particular product. Now, is it going to be the winner? Again, I don't want to predict that, but right now, definitely 2017, I do think that Alexa is the dominant speech platform, speech recognition platform / personal assistant, and we're going to see a lot more uses at home that are going to start migrating into businesses as well. Simple things like maybe in a dentist's office where they like to play soothing music in the background, and imagine being able to sit in the chair and just be able to decide what you wanted to listen to by simply saying, Alexa, play classical music, Alexa, play rock music, and then that music is going to come out. So I think you'll see, especially in those types of settings, some just practical applications of that product in business environment. But then too, anybody that needs to use like a timer, for instance, that's hands-on. And again, I think about a dentist who's got his hands in your mouth and they're trying to maybe form something, they've got that little mold that they put into your mouth and they want to set a timer and they say that it needs to stay in for 5 minutes. Well, the Alexa has a built-in timer and you can simply say, Alexa, set a timer for 5 minutes. By the way, it works extremely well with timeout for children also, because that's almost a little game with them where you put them in the corner, then you tell Alexa to count down for 5 minutes, and they sit there and they wait for Alexa to go off and tell them that they can get out of the corner. But I think you can find some fairly innovative solutions there in business. I think in kitchens, dentist office, medical practices, anybody that's got a time sensitivity there. And as we become more converse with how to speak to them, and that's a little bit of the problem with these digital assistants right now, is that we're still having to learn how to talk to them, what commands they understand. But there's been some great innovations over the past year through Microsoft and Google both to really open up vocabulary and understanding of human language to machines that we're going to start really seeing come up into these products, so that we're going to be able to speak much, much more naturally to them. And if they don't understand us, instead of just simply saying, I can't do that, they're going to start asking probing questions back to us to try to get clarity. As I think we see that what we're going to see is a shift from predominantly typing on keyboards and using our mouse or our trackpad to actually begin to speak to the devices that we have to be able to get them to do what we want them to do. I think you'll see this definitely like you see with Siri and with Google now in the Google devices, the Android devices, Siri on the iOS platform. You're beginning to see some of that, but I actually believe, now not next year, but relatively soon, it'll be the dominant interface. We'll talk to the machines, they'll understand us well enough that they can converse with us. So, second prediction for you guys is you'll see a rise in these personal assistants. They're going to get easier and easier to work with, and they're going to be simpler for you to use.